Good evening, and we once again look at our enormous, powerful, awesome, great God through the prophet Isaiah. To whom will you liken God, or what likeness will you compare unto him? Have you not known, have you not heard? Hath it not been told to you from the beginning? Have you not understood from the foundations of the earth? It is he that sitteth upon the circle of the earth, the inhabitants thereof are as grasshoppers. Enormous, right? God reigning in power and sovereignty over his creation. And everything else just little grasshoppers. She stretched out the heavens as a curtain, spreads them out as a tent to dwell in. So there's tabernacle imagery. So God's seated on his throne, the circle of the earth, tabernacle, the heavens. Those actually images do show up in the architecture of the tabernacle and the temple. They are making cosmological revelations to us and points to us that are important. God brings the princes to nothing. We just saw that this morning with Egypt, smashing him. He makes the judges of the earth his vanity, like smoke. Talking about the judgment he brings against them. He just blows them away. No successors, no nothing. They shall wither and blown away like a whirlwind. Right? They're nothing like him. He's always there. He will always be reigning. He's so unlike the rulers of this world and this age. And then because of this, because we know God is this way, that is an accosting of the failure of faith on the part of Jacob and Israel. Right? My way is hid from the Lord, and my judgment is passed over from my God. Part of that is, thinking you can get away with something when you obviously can't, and so you shouldn't sin boldly. Right? Your way is aren't. If you're doing something sinful, your way isn't hidden from the Lord, and you won't. It's not like you're going to escape judgment. On the other hand, also if you are the victim, right? My situation, God doesn't take note of it. He doesn't see it, and he's not going to make things right. That's also incorrect. Have you not heard? Have you not seen? Have you not heard? God doesn't faint. He's not weary. He has infinite understanding. He gives power to the faint, to them that have no might. He increases strength. I think that again points to the fact of that crying out of, is the Lord not wary of me? Is he not going to judge me? It's mostly one of the victim, right, of needing deliverance from Assyria or Babylon or whatever. Of wicked rulers, even of your own people. But they that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings as eagles. They shall run and not be weary. They shall walk and not faint. And that is the Bible verse you find at every single Eagle Scout ceremony, at least where I'm from, where it takes place in either during church services or after the church service, and just finding a related Bible verse about eagles. And that's inspiring and generic. But it's actually not just generic. It's actually true. God's people they are lifted up on wings as eagles, mighty, powerful, right? They were weak before, and yet God upholds them in strength and will renew them. First Peter is our second lesson. Leaving aside evil in general, right? Like newborn babies, desire the sincere milk of the word, right? Nourishment, growth, all that. You need the sustenance, the nourishment of the word that you may grow. And you'll taste that the Lord is gracious. God's coming as a living stone, disallowed indeed of men, but chosen of God and precious. So, of course, that's Christ, the living stone that crushes all empires. But also, we're little lively stones built up into a spiritual house, the temple, right? Holy priesthood, again, temple, to offer up spiritual sacrifices acceptable to God in Christ, where God resides. That's where God fellowships with humanity, because we are the humanity that fellowships with God by Jesus Christ. And then I lay in Zion a chief cornerstone. That's Jesus Christ, right? Elect, precious. And he that believeth on him shall not be confounded. There's the rock that you build your house on. This is a house being built of living stones, and the wise man built his house upon the rock. But to those that are disobedient, though, Christ isn't precious. He's, by these builders, he's not wanted. He's disallowed. Um, he's a stone of stumbling and a rock of offense, and he is offensive to those who do not believe. And he is what they will trip over, stub their toe on, break their faces on. Um, they're not going to break him. He will break them, and they'll keep stumbling over him and trying to use other things, and he's there in the way. It's always Jesus. But thanks be to God that if you're of the chosen generation, you're in the royal priesthood, you're the holy nation, a peculiar people. All these metaphors being brought together, being called out of darkness to light. We weren't a people before, but now we're a people of God. We didn't have mercy before, but now we've obtained mercy. Again, is this to a primarily Gentile audience, or is it just Paul, talking to both, or Peter, I should say? And it's just amazing, this picture of we can all be part of the temple as living stones. Let's be that, right? Let's be the living temple of God, this great, powerful, awesome God who dwells amongst us. So that's a wonderful thing to remember and think on as we approach the night, and tomorrow as well. So I'll talk to y'all later.